faster. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I finally am back. I know it's been a while and I honestly don't have like an excuse to give, like a good excuse, but honestly, you know, I was giving myself a whole bunch of excuses like, oh, why don't I have the backdrop that I want? Why don't I have the lighting set up? But I'm just like, Lily, get your life, because you know, I do makeup every day, and not this amount of makeup, but I do makeup every day, and I want, you know, to share that with you guys. I know like some people like ask me to do certain looks and I'm like, yeah, I got you, and then 2 months later there's like nothing, you know. So I decided to, you know, just take the plunge, and this is what I created. Honestly, I'm just really happy to be back. If you guys would like to see how I created this look, please keep watching. Okay, so first I'm taking the Beautyforlife Aqua Bomb, which smells so good. I'm just using that as my moisturizer just to hydrate my skin. And I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Mattifying Primer. Alright, so I really gotta talk about this foundation. So I'm using the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation. It says it's full coverage and oil-free shine control. Honestly, this felt so lightweight on my skin, and I did not get oily after a couple of hours of wearing this. And honestly, that's amazing because I have such oily skin, so this is definitely a new staple product of mine. And the shade that I'm using is Almond 7. Now I'm going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Deep. This concealer is really nice. It has a nice matte finish. You don't necessarily need a powder to set it. However, since I'm oily, you best believe I'm using that powder, but it really has a nice matte finish. Okay, so now here I'm just taking my beauty blender with a little bit of Fix Plus on the blender and also on my face. I just spray a little bit on my face before I blend out my concealer, just because sometimes the concealer might dry a little bit, so it just kind of reactivates the product so it blends better. So before anybody tries to come at me, the reason why I'm putting the concealer on my eyelids as well is just so that I can double up on the amount of primer that I put on my eye, so my eyeshadow could adhere better. The Smashbox Studio Skin Shaping Foundation. I'm just using the contour side of it to add a little bit of depth to my face. And I'm taking my Pro Contour Sweeping Brush by Sephora. It's number 97. I really like this brush. It blends out my contour seamlessly. Now I'm going in with the Sasha Buttercup Setting Powder, and I'm just going to mainly focus underneath my eye, but kind of brush it all over my face as well. The reason why I'm using my brush and not my beauty blender is because I find that with my brush, it's more of a flawless finish rather than like patchy or like cakey in certain areas. Now I'm taking the same MAC concealer just to scope out my brows before I begin to fill them in. And I really enjoy this method because it makes filling in your brows way easier because you are basically creating like a guideline for when you fill in your brow. Now I'm taking the bronzing powder by Bobbi Brown in the shade Deep 4. This bronzer is everything. I literally have like a whole review at the end of this tutorial because it needed its own little segment because this is what I've been looking for. Okay, so now I'm taking my Morphe 35B palette. I'm taking this yellow shade here, and I'm just going to sweep this all over my eyelid. Going in with the Juvia's Play Saharan palette, I'm just taking this orange shade here, and I'm going to just blend that into my crease. Okay, so now I'm going with a new product. It's from ColourPop. It's in the shade Monkey Business, and this is a Super Shock Pressed Pigment. I really like it. It blends super nice, and the color is so vibrant. And now I'm using this red shade from my Morphe 350 palette, and I'm just going to intensify my crease. Now I'm taking the Anastasia Subculture palette in the shade Axis. I'm just using my finger to apply the shadow because I don't want any fallout on my face, and your fingers have natural oils that just help pick up the shadow better, so it applies like a better finish with no fallout. I genuinely do not know why my fingers are so ashy because I definitely moisturize, so please just ignore that and continue watching the video. Thank you. Now I'm taking this Catherine Light ColourPop Dream Street palette, and I'm taking the Mermaid Bay shade, and I'm going to just tap that right on top of the axis because I want a little sparkle. Now I'm taking these really gorgeous lashes. The company is called Pretty Little Lashes, and this is in the style Coco. These lashes are so glamorous, so voluminous, and I really think they just completed this look. using the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Swift for my blush. And now I'm using this highlighting palette from ColourPop as well. It's called I Like Your Face. I'm using the shade Bigger and Better, and I am obsessed with the way this highlight is looking. Please guys, make sure that you moisturize your lips. You don't want crusty flakes to ruin your whole lip look. Now I'm going to just go in with the lip pencil from MAC called Chestnut and the lippie stick from ColourPop in the shade Cookie. And now I'm just taking the Urban Decay Slick Makeup Setting Spray for oil control. Is it me, or does anyone else dance when they realize that their makeup actually came out looking right? So here's the final look. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. If you want to know my thoughts on some of the new products that I use, please keep watching. Okay, so here is the final look. This like exceeded my expectations with this look. Like I know I wanted to use like obviously the new palettes that I got, and like these colors just match each other so perfectly. I'm gonna just zoom in. Oh, zoom out. Ooh. Zoom in real quick. Like there's like nothing that I do not like about these lashes. Let's get into this. Okay, so these lashes are from an Instagram company called hold on. It's called Pretty Little Lashes in the style Coco. Alright, so you know how like on the Discover page you can see like lashes, like, and I just came across like this company. I'm like, okay. Usually when you test something out you get like maybe 1, 2. Like I was like not playing them. They're not all the same style. Actually none of them are the same. They're all different styles. And I really love this one. They have another one called Jolie that I really like. And what was the other one? The style called Bay is really pretty as well. So if you guys are looking for like you know, a lash company to try out, I would try them out. You know, because they're really nice. The bronzing powder that I use, just my thoughts on this one really quick. I've been using the Cover FX P125. It's the pressed mineral foundation. I wanted a bronzer, and like I felt like it, as you know, obviously a woman of color, I just felt like it was kind of hard to find like a product that would like warm up my skin. Like there were obviously products that were obviously darker, and people were like, oh, just use that as a bronzer, but like no, it was too cool. Like this is very cool, and I use this like as like a contour. Now that I've tried out the Bobbi Brown, it's the bronzing powder Deep 4, I really feel like my skin looks warm right now, and that's what I've been looking for. Because like when I would use like other product, it would just look cool, sometimes look ashy, sometimes look gray, and I'm like, what the actual F, because this is not what I wanted. So I'm really happy. Like, so if you guys are like around like my skin complexion and you're looking for something, you're not looking to contour, sometimes I go into professional stores and I'm like, oh, can you help me find, you know, a bronzing product? They give me something that's freaking ashy, and I just don't get it. Anyway, so I really like this. So if you guys want to try out, you know, something that will actually bronze, warm up your skin, I definitely recommend this. So if you guys did enjoy this video, I ask that you give it a big thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to this channel already, I don't know what you're doing. Do it now, and I really thank you for stopping in. If you have any other suggestions or things that you want to see, just comment below, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.